How am I feeling? I'm feeling better. What's happening? My name is Albert. Welcome to another workout with this 61-year-old. So, does anyone ever talk about working out while feeling like crap? I usually see everyone putting in their best, doing amazing workouts, so strong, so energetic, but I haven't come across a video where, you know what, I'm feeling like crap, but I know that the bodybuilders and athletic people, there's some times where we're just not feeling it, man. And so whatever it may be, it gets in the way of our workouts, which is not cool, because if you're like me, I like to keep a schedule, and it gets in the way of my schedule, and when I can't work out, causes me to feel like I'm being derailed. And so I don't like that feeling. And so for the last 2 or 3 days, I've been so weak in the legs especially. And I could tell because I take care of 3 kids and I take them to a playground. And usually at the playground is where I run around, I chase them. And I dragged yesterday and the day before. And I dragged to the point where I didn't want to be there. And I was looking at the time, waiting for the hours to finish, and I never do that. I usually just get blind to the time. I don't follow any time whatsoever. 2 hours, 3 hours pass by, and I'm like, wow, it's 2 or 3 hours we've been here. And so that's how I usually am. And so what I'm going to do is that I'm feeling a lot stronger today. Now, this is the deal, right? When I worked at the hospital, I was always sick because I'm constantly, taking in sick patients, and so I'm around them no matter how cold the hospital is, because they make it cold so that it can fight off the germs well, but that it only works to a certain degree. And so now there I was always sick. When I stopped working at the hospital, I was never sick, and now I'm around kids. And so it's not about the 3 kids, they get sick, but it's about me being at a playground with so many kids, and there's one sneezing over there, one passes by me and sneezes on me, and so I'm more susceptible to getting sick. And so now, what am I doing here, man? I'm feeling like I'm coming around. I'm feeling a little bit stronger. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to freaking just give it my best shot. And the only thing that comes to mind is biceps. My legs don't feel as strong, although I'm going to give it a shot. So I'm going to step back, do a bicep workout, and then, report how I'm feeling from this bicep workout. And so I'm going to get to it. All right, so here we go with just a bicep with my normal ball and chains. I can feel that I'm not as strong as usual. It's all good. And so if it's only biceps, let me see how my legs are feeling, huh? I'm just static here. Okay, not too bad, but I'm not feeling as sharp. Okay. Okay, what's going on here and why am I making this video? I'm making this video because I'm the type of guy that likes to work through whenever I'm sick through movement. Because most people say, relax, take it easy, get rest. That's the protocol, get rest. But I usually feel better through movement. There's something with me, and I have a feeling that I'm unable to produce dopamine due to my past with and when I don't exercise for a few days, I feel horrible. Like I've come down with something, I want to sleep, I feel drowsy, and then I work out and I feel a lot better. So it seems like my system through working out, through that type of pleasure, produces the dopamine that puts me back into a nice level of being. I always feel like that. I heard Joe Rogan say the same thing one time. He was like, yo, when I don't work out, I feel like crap. And so he may have busted his dopamine. That's my best guess, because I'm feeling like crap, and then I work out and I feel better all the time. Like, it happens throughout the 9 years that I've been working out. It's a fact that when I work out, there's something that happens where I just feel better. And so I made it a habit, even while I'm sick, even when that problem came when the gym's closed, I worked out through it, man, and I managed really, really good. And so I got used to that, and so that's why I'm here. I want to talk about the downsides of when we're not feeling so good, and where I'm not going to, let's say, even though I don't impress on this channel, I just do exercises as a way to say these are the exercises that I like to do, but I'm not into impressing. I'm not into, let's say, building a muscle or showing off. This is a documentation channel where I get to now watch myself back. I look at myself, I see how I sound, I see myself, and I get to really take a good note, you know, because I'm going to be 62 next year, and I want to see how this guy is aging while in a fitness journey here being recorded on YouTube. The whole thing, man, with no editing, only to zoom in and zoom out, but I don't freaking edit, man. I may cut down some breaks because they're too long. I talk for too long, so I cut it shorter so that I'm not yapping forever. So now, I'm already feeling better. I'm already feeling like there's something, man. I'm telling you, man. So I am going to now step back and see where this workout takes me, because I was thinking only biceps, and now I'm doing legs. And so let's get to the second set and see how I feel after that. All right, so here we go. Second set. I'm feeling stronger. Oh my God, this is incredible. Yo, bro, they said get moving, get that body moving, man, because, you know, the zone. I'm going to talk about the zone next, bro. The zone is so important. And so what's the zone? The zone. I'm not going to forget the zone. I need to talk about the zone. The zone. Thanks to Coach Blue for these workouts here. This is a Coach Blue freaking inspired workout. So now, oh yeah, get that freaking, yeah. Okay, I'm feeling a little weak here. Yep, I'm not all that good, man, so I'm gonna freaking cut it. I want to talk about zones real quick, because that's important for me. I'm a zone-oriented kind of guy, which means that I can have a lot of energy, and if I like sit on a bus, I will zone and start to nod out. That's a zoning. That's the best way I can explain it. I'm not sure if this is already an accepted concept, but that's the way I explain it, by calling it I zone into whatever it is. So now here's a zone, right? I'm not feeling like working out, let's say, but on a day where everything's okay, where I'm not drained or anything like that, but I'm not just feeling it, and then I start to work out, and then I zone into the workout. When I zone into the workout, I end up with so much energy, and I end up producing such a great workout because I'm in the zone. And so once I'm in the zone, man, I'm freaking getting down, and I want to work out more because I'm in the zone. Another zone is, let's say someone is a little tired and they're ready to go to bed, and they get a phone call that their friend is downstairs. They want to just say hi. And so, you know, I say, hey, what's going on? Hey, come down, man. I just want to say hi. You want to come out with us? And I go, yo, bro, I'm ready to go to bed, man. Thanks, man. And so I go downstairs, and as soon as I open the door, the stimulus, seeing him dress up, the smell of his cologne, and he's looking all fresh. He just showered, and it's that freshness stimulates me and takes me out of that I'm ready to go to bed zone, and now I'm feeling like going out with them. And usually what happens is that after speaking to him for 5 minutes, I go, you know what, bro, hold on, bro, I'm gonna get dressed and go with you guys, because I got out of one zone and I entered another zone. This is really important, because this right here, talking about zone, gets me to work out automatically without trying to make a decisive factor about it. Like now, I was drained for 2 days. I still went to the playground. I still tried to play, but I did not oh, I'm sorry, I'm not feeling good, I'm gonna stay home. I did not do that because I could have zoned into the playground and I could have freaking ended up with so much energy, because sometimes that happens where I drag a little bit, and as I drag, I gain the momentum and energy and energy and energy that spirals me into a fantastic workout. Now, this is important because this puts me in a position to not pre-decide or say, you know what, I'm not feeling it, so I'm not gonna do it. No, I'm gonna do it, and then I'm gonna allow the exercising. And like here, I said, oh, I'm not feeling so strong. I'm gonna let that dictate the truth. I'm gonna let that be the spokesman for me. Here I am working out, which is this is where I applaud myself that no matter what happens, I set up and I see what happens, and I'm taking it easy. This is not a freaking big workout. All right, so here we go. Set 3, working out when feeling like crap. And so the biceps are feeling like they're stronger. I feel like, okay, this is nice and good. I'm getting bicep activation in a nice way here. And I'm almost feeling like I'm gaining energy. And so let's see how I'm doing here, because this is where I felt that I didn't feel so good. Okay, feeling a little better there. You see what I'm saying? So, oh yes, this is really good, by the way. A freaking underarm bicep. So I'm gonna hold it here, activate legs a little bit. Thanks to Coach Blue once again for this exercise. Yep. And I got an itch right here that I cannot freaking not scratch. Okay, so you got this here. Yes. One. I don't count. I said one. Okay. I may be doing the general amount of the counted sets that people normally do. They'll do 2 sets of 12. I may be doing that, but I don't count here on this channel because counting messes with my mind and it messes with the amount of output that I'm able to do. So I learned a lesson when one day I just decided not to count and realized that I did so much more. So I realized that the numbers, they work against me because my mind seems to get fixed on getting tired before I hit the number. Like if I say I'm gonna do 20 push-ups, by 19 I'm struggling only because the number 19 is the one right before the ending of it. But if I don't count, I can do 40, man, because now the body's moving without the interference of the mind giving it a desired number, a calculated number. So that doesn't happen here on this channel. And so one factor that I didn't discuss, because I said I was drained in the legs and I had a hard time running, but my head felt so heavy yesterday and the day before. It was difficult, and that's what made me look at the time, because with a heavy head, I didn't want to be where I was, but I went there anyway because, like I said, I have to go and find out in actuality, because like I said, it's so important to repeat. Many times I went to a place and I didn't want to be there, low energy, and I ended up freaking having a blast with so much energy. And many times when I set up for workouts, I really didn't freaking feel it. And when I got into it, I freaking got down for an hour or more, way more than, and I shocked myself. And so time and time again, I get to see this. And so this is why I'm making this video. This video is really important, man. Like, you're feeling like crap. Some people may need to rest. But there's some people that get through it through movement. Like, you move and you just feel better. Like, I've done that so many times. Many times while home in bed, I was just there, home in bed. But then I had to go out to get something, to get water or something to eat. So I had to force myself to get up and get out. And when I got out, I felt so much better. This happens so many times, man. Just being out, just walking, just brightened everything up. Almost as though staying home crippled me. There's a certain factor. That's why I talked about zoning before. If I zone home and I freaking lounge around, I could become a couch potato and stay there because I'm in that zone to just crash, man. And so This is really important. So this is where this video for a minute seems like, why am I making this video? But it's a freaking precursor for my future workouts if you really think about it, because I'm 61 years old. I may be facing more times where I'm gonna feel the age coming. I don't know, but this is really good to do so that I make sure that I always gear up and that I do something, because I can say, well, I got biceps in, I did some legs, I built up a sweat. Maybe the sweat that I'm having is getting rid of maybe some toxins if I did come down with something that my body's fighting. Maybe at this point, my body can help fight it. All right, so how am I feeling? Yes, okay. Yep, I'm feeling good. Yep, head is nice and clear. Biceps are nice and stimulated. And so, let me just do this here because I like this here. Get the biceps in there really nice. Oh yeah, let me pump them up here. Let me pump it over here. Yeah, come on now. Yes. How am I feeling? I'm feeling better. Yeah. That's it, man. Cutting it nice and short. Look at me, I got a tan, bro. So I made it my business to breathe deep, getting that breath into my cells. My head is fine now. And I'm feeling a lot spunkier. Although I could tell, because those weights, they're not heavy, man. I remember one time I was like, you know what? I got to make them heavier. Here I'm saying don't make them heavier. Before I was saying make them heavier, so I know that I'm not as strong. And so that's it, man. That's all that can come to my mind, man, to make sure that I work through whatever I may be facing through movement. If not a walk, if not breathing exercises, something to keep me moving, because that's what works for me the best. And so anyway, that's it for this workout. I'm sweating, my biceps are nicely stimulated. I even feel my chest too, my legs. I got a little bit of leg workout. And so until tomorrow's workout, which is gonna be freaking, I'm gonna give it my best shot, bro. And so anyway, this workout comes to an end, and until the next one, I am done.